Konnichiwa. Watashi wa Odujaku desu. Nihongo wa wakarimasen. Tobacco arimasu ka? Hey, that's all the Japanese I really know. Incoherent sentences. I'm gonna get another cider because I finished mine before I started this, so I'm wearing socks this time, you creep. And they're clean. Don't look at my fridge, please, because there's nothing there. I eat terribly. Ow! Ow! There we go. The shirt was too thin and it hurt my hand. Ow! I'm a weak league. I'm a little guy. I'm just a small man. But he loves music, and by he, I mean me. My chair's in a weird spot. Jamiroquai my shit. I wash my hair, so it's kind of flowy at the moment, but cheers, wait. Hope that didn't sound too bad. I was gonna do a different record today. Same band, different record. Yeah, I got a lot of, if not all of this band's records. Main albums anyway. I really wanted their single. They had like a set of singles they released. Each with colored like single records. Like I don't know how big the small ones are. Not the 12-inch records, like the fucking full inch records. Sorry, I'm stupid as fuck. But they're really expensive, and you can't find like a full set of them like anywhere. But I was gonna do their second studio album or their third studio album, and then I went, nah, let's do this chronologically, because I like this first record a lot. Well, I've come to love it a lot more than I used to. And I've got my chair all set up, ready to display it when I start. I swear I had a conversation topic about it. Oh, it was for the other record. You know what? It's fine. I'm hoping I can come up with more than enough to satiate. I might do two of these. I might do two in one night. But I gotta go have dinner with my parents. Because I'm such a cool son that loves his parents very muchly. Okay. Time for the epic Odujaku Des reveal. Holy shit. Holy shit, you haven't seen it, have you? Real ones will know. Sorry, that was a weird way to do it. You've already seen it now, fuck. My Chemical Romances, I brought you my bullets, you brought me your love. I'll be honest with you. Fucking terrible name. Awful name for a fucking record. For an album. Honestly, God, I don't hate it too much. I think it's indicative of, like, when they made it. You need to be closer. It goes to show when they made it. Was super, like, you know, emo as well. 2002, man. Towers just fell. Gerard Way just watched it, and things are not going well for him. He he had a food-based TV show idea that he was gonna pitch to Adult Swim. They picked it up, and then they went, actually, we got Aqua Teen Hunger Force or whatever the fuck. And Gerard Way was out of a cartoonist job. So he went, fuck the world, I lost my cartoon. Fuck the world, I lost my beloved Twin Towers that I watched fall. I don't know exactly where he watched them fall. I'm assuming on the train home to New Jersey. You know what? Best thing out of New Jersey, by the way. Best thing out of New Jersey. I don't know anything about New Jersey. I just know that everyone fucking hates them. So, cheers. It's gonna come up later. Burp-wise. I don't throw up. That's a lie. I throw up a lot. I throw up a lot. I get really drunk and throw up a lot. Anyway, I brought you. I brought you my bullets. You brought me your love. I always mix those two up. Honest to God, great album. I've recommended it to a friend of mine recently, who said he listened to it, and he was telling me his favorite songs off of it, and I was like, I couldn't believe what his favorite song was. Not that it's a bad song. I like this song. There are the burps. I'm so sorry. I burp in every fucking video. I'm like a gross guy. I'm sorry. But no, he told me his favorite song was the best. This is 1 second. This is the best day ever, and great fucking song. The more you listen to it, it's like a Tyler the Creator album. The more you listen to a Tyler the Creator album, the more you're like, but no, his favorite song was "This Is the Best Day Ever," and then my follow-ups were, "What? What about Demolition Lovers and Early Sunsets over Monroeville?" And he was like, "Okay, those were like my 2 and 3," and I'm like, "Head First for Halos," and he says, "I don't remember that one." I'm like, "How don't you?" But like, I love the best. This is the best day ever. I think it's not the best song on the album because I don't count Romance, which is funny because they called My Chemical Romance and the first song they ever released was Romance. But like, Demolition Love is great. Cubicle's great. This is the best day ever. Great song, but it doesn't hold a candle to Early Sunsets over Monroeville and Skylines and Turnstiles. Not only Head First for Halos, Our Lady of Sorrows, Drowning Lessons, Vampires Will Never Hurt You, and Honey, This Wood Mirror isn't big enough for the two of us. Mouthful of a fucking name, but better than Fallout Boy. Thanks for the memories. Am I right, guys? Never mind. That was like that was a nod. That was a nod to those who know. Um, but for his song to be his favorite song that would be off the first album to be "This Is the Best Day Ever" was a bit of a surprise to me. Because I do love this song, but I love the part where it goes, and all the time, we drop blood. Which is great, which is awesome, and I love the lead up to that part and the part after it. And look, it's a great song. It's a great song. I don't think they miss with the song. My Chemical Romance does not miss with a single song they've ever written, and I stand by that. I could not tell you a single song that I wouldn't listen to and love by My Chemical Romance. They are my number one. You know what? I'm not even ashamed to admit this or scared to contradict myself because I don't think I will. My Chemical Romance is my favorite band of all time, and they always will be, and I don't think they'll ever be beaten. It's come close with a couple bands that you will see. I'm not going to tease my love for music too hard, but I've got a lot of shit on my fucking lounge room wall. My lounge room shares the kitchen. As you can see, it's an open floor style thing. But I love a lot of bands. I love a lot of artists in general. Some of them I can't even get records for because they're too niche. Sorry guys, too niche. But you know, I love music. Like how many of you knew that? I mean, probably a lot of you. If you watch Smosh, you probably know this if you're a diehard fan. But I knew this before Smosh. Um, the lead singer for Maroon 5, his band before Maroon 5 was a band called Kara's Flowers, and they make a song, well, they make an album called The Fourth World, but they come up with a few hit-ish songs like Soap Disco and another one. But my favorite song on the entirety of The Fourth World by Kara's Flowers, aka Maroon 5, aka Adam Levine, aka cheated on his wife after he made Girls Like You, by the way. Girls Like You. And then he cheats on his wife with someone that is not as hot as his wife, by the way. But like, it's not all about. Maybe they were in love. I don't know. I'm not here to judge the character of the lady. I'm just here to judge the cheating. You know. But they make a song called "Myself" by Kara's Flowers, sung by Adam Levine, and that is amazing. And I don't know if I can find that record anywhere. So lately, I've been considering settling for CDs of albums that I love, just so I can show them here at some point and talk about them because I feel like I want to have the physical. I want to have the physical to show because I still pay for Spotify, unfortunately, but I don't have a phone to use it regularly. So I just kind of save my music to my. Oh, I got a message. What are your plans for the holidays? I don't know. I'm doing something right now. I'll tell them in a minute. Um, but I love a lot of music. A lot of music I can't get um physical media of easily, which sucks. Like there's this band. Oh, you know what? I'm getting too sidetracked. I will talk about them another time. Right now, we're talking about my favorite band of all time, My Chemical Romance, and their debut album, "I Brought You My Bullets, You Brought Me Your Love." I didn't buy this record, so this record was bought for me. Sorry, it was brought to me by someone that I have been seeing on and off. I just told them that I liked it and they bought it for me. But that's a you know what, whole nother story. I have a big life. Okay, I have a lot of things to talk about all the time, and I've got a big mouth that can say the words that mean those things. But when I first listened to this album, I was coming off of my first ever record. I'm not even kidding. This is probably the order of My Chemical Romance love slash knowledge, and you're gonna be like, okay, what, why, and how? First album I listened to and adored and loved, back to front, was The Black Parade. Okay? Some people will judge me for that, and a lot of people, and the grand masses of people will not judge me for that. It'll be like the best album. I don't think it's the best album. I don't think okay, sorry, not to like backtrack on myself already, but I don't think I could easily categorize these albums into best and worst because I love them all so much in so many different ways and they're so amazing. And I just got my Danger Days Deluxe Edition ordered and I'm getting it delivered and I don't know when it'll come, but it's on its way, baby. And I'm so excited. Um, but it was the Black Parade because my parents showed it to me when I was young and they went, "You don't know the Black Parade?" And they showed me the Black Parade. I think my parents only really listened to the Black Parade, Teenagers, and I Don't Love You. Uh, and then Year 7, Jack Ward, was on a mission to discover himself. And he started at My Chemical Romance. So, long story short, Jack Ward didn't have friends until Year 9. um, Fact. But, not cool friends. Friends that were like mean to me, but like I'm like, huh, okay, yeah, we're friends. So it's kind of like, you're like, I'm in on this, right? Right? I wasn't in on it. Anyway, Year 7, Jack Ward, just moved into uh the city again, country boy, playing video games like Fortnite and Mad Max 2015, and others like Spider-Man, like a year after I was kind of playing Mad Max. Anyway, um, I I move into the city. I'm starting to go to school very far away from where I'm living, so my lovely father, helicopter dad, didn't want me going on the train alone, so he would accompany me all the way to the end of the train station line. of the school I went at. Yeah, a lot of descriptive fucking things, but I don't know. I don't know how much. I don't know who's watching this. I don't know if anyone will watch this, but I don't really want to be like, yeah, I lived here and I went to school here and it was far away, so you can calculate where the fuck I lived, or what school I went to. Um, but when I finally built up the courage as a year seven to say, Dad, maybe I'll go to school alone today. Apparently, I heard from my mum later he was actually very upset by that. But I did it anyway. And those long train rides were where I discovered my love for music. In between my terrible music that I was listening to religiously, I discovered My Chemical Romance and some other bands, but mainly My Chemical Romance. And it was the Black Parade album. Talking about the Black Parade a lot for someone who is reviewing the first debut album. I'm sure I can talk more on the Black Parade though. I'm gonna wait until the second or third album to talk about some other things. But the first album, let's divert. Okay, Jack Ward loves My Chemical Romance from year seven, and I'm 19 now, so like for the past 7 years, probably 6 or 7 years. I I've loved and adored My Chemical Romance with all my heart. So when I listened to their first album for the first time, I was listening to it and it's nothing like their second, third, and fourth albums, or their singles really. Uh and when I listened to it the first couple of times, I'm like, I don't love this. And neither did my ex girlfriend at the time. So we were both like kind of shared in like the we don't like this. And to be fair, when you have a girlfriend at such a young age, especially if you live with her, which I did, at like 15, 16, if she doesn't like something and you do, and she gets upset about that, man, change your mind because it's just easier. It's just easier for you to change your mind. Because she's kind of controlling your day and views on everything for a while. But that's a story for another time. Um, but I think it was sometime when I moved out of her house, probably still 16, that I kind of started to listen to it again, and I started to like a few more of the songs, such as um, Head First for Halos was like an all the time everything for me. Cubicles and Early Sunsets over Monroeville. Those three songs were my introduction to like early MCR and how much I would become, you know, how I would fall in love with them so much. Because at this point, I had already seen them live, which I'll talk about more when I review another one of their records. But I knew almost all the songs, but looking back, it kills me that I didn't know every single one because now I know every single one word for word. Like there are two bands. There's a lot of bands actually. You could play a song of theirs and I'll know every word of their entire discography. But My Chemical Romance, and no, not if you pull out that bullshit that they like. Oh, this song they made like fucking in the middle of fucking nowhere. Like, no, I haven't listened to the fucking uh Living Ghosts like Black Parade redo except for Emily. I love Emily. Emily's fucking a great song. And I'll be real with you, I didn't listen to the Mad Gear and Missile Kid shit. I haven't yet. I haven't yet. But Conventional Weapons, The Big Four, Foundations of Decay, fucking I listened to it all. I listened to a lot of like the big shit that I didn't have to like go searching for. So when I saw them live, it was fucking awesome because I knew almost every song they fucking played. But I wish I could go back and I wish I could know the ones they did play that I didn't know the words to. I'm like, yeah, this rocks. But man, oh my god, I would have cried I would have cried at the songs. It was all from this first album. I didn't know when I saw them, but I would have cried. Anyway, I start listening to this more and more sometime last year probably. What was last year? 2025. When did I break up with? I broke up with my ex in March of 2025. I'm pretty sure. So I got a lot more into this album, and this album, there were three albums I got really into when I broke up with my ex. It was My Chemical Romance's I Brought You My Bullets and You Brought Me Your Love, Jeff Buckley's Grace, and Igor by Tyler the Creator. So much so that my last year's Wrapped was like almost entirely Tyler the Creator and most of it Igor. But and Jeff Buckley. Jeff Buckley and Igor were my mix, and you know what? I'm surprised I didn't kill myself, because that is a depressing like fucking mix, man. Sorry, but this album was one of them, and I got really into this entire album, which led me to get into re-listening to all of the other albums. I want to talk about so many of the other albums so bad that I'm wanting to like cut this a little short just so I can pull out another one and keep talking about My Chemical Romance, because oh my fucking god, I love My Chemical Romance so much. Like that's my like someone made that for me. And man, I've got three cheers on my wall. I've got the Black Parade on my wall. I've got fucking I brought you my bullets. They call it bullets. Bullets on my wall. And I've got the Black Parade is Dead live in Mexico record with B-sides including Kill Your Friends, My Way Home is Through You, and Heaven Help Us. Maybe some of the best My Chemical Romance songs ever made. Those three. I fucking love them. And then they're shrouded in other stuff that I will get to eventually, but man, those songs great. And these albums and this band, he's so cool. I bet you know this, but he made the Umbrella Academy. I haven't watched it actually, but I should, purely because of Gerard Way. Uh, Gerard Way also created Penny Parker in the Spider-Verse films. Like he made her, like he came up with Penny Parker, which is fucking awesome. And I'll forever rue the day that someone shut down his Batman idea for a comic or for a fucking I don't know something cool. Uh and Gerard Way is just fucking awesome, and if I could ever meet anyone in the world, it would be him. Uh, in a cool way, in a chill, nonchalant. Like I'm not like obsessed with him anyway, but I was watching a lot of his interviews last night when he was talking about some bullshit. Let me check my phone. Quick phone check to make sure no one's messaged me. No one. Naturally, that's fine. Um, I should probably put my phone off silent so in case my mum calls me. Oh, I didn't do the thing. Um, but I guess I'm using this album as a platform because I have so much more to say on the other records. Like I'm withholding my stories because I want to talk about them in relation to the other records. Uh, and so I'm kind of just rambling. But great first, one of the best first albums ever made by a band. I was talking to my band, Tomorrow's Problem, by the way. Uh, look forward to probably potential videos of them here. My hair's getting long. Sorry, I'm like wanting it to go a certain way or another way. I don't know which looks better. We'll do this. Hi. Um, but I, but I forgot what I was saying. I was talking to my band Tomorrow's Problem. About bands. I asked, I asked them a question, or they asked me a question. A guitarist asked me a question. Sorry, I'm bad at talking. Um, do you think we're a second album band or a first album band? And my first thought was a bit ambitious. We barely have a set list for our first live show. But I thought that we were a second album band because the way we were going, we had a lot of great songs or a lot of fun songs to sing. Um, and but I reckon after that there would be enough momentum to make a better second album. And that's how I feel about My Chemical Romance. A lot of fucking amazing songs on this shit, but the momentum created by this album to get them to the point to make Three Cheers for Sweet Revenge is fucking awesome. It's cool. It's really cool to see. And I guess I'm gonna using this first album to make the momentum for the more talking about My Chemical Romance, which I'm so fucking down to do. I'm so keen to do because I love My Chemical Romance. I could literally sit and talk to people about My Chemical Romance forever. Whether it's a lot of nothing and some substance, it doesn't matter. As long as I'm talking about them, I'm fucking happy because I love them a lot, and they're one of my top bands my number one band, but one of my top bands that I just feel like I know all the words and I know a lot of the lore, like so much so that when I played Red Dead Redemption for the first time, my uh my horse's name was Frank Eero. I don't know how to say his last name. I'll be honest with you. Eero. I don't know. But my horse's name was Frankie Eero because of how much I love the band. And then when I did my second playthrough of Red Dead Redemption, I called my horse Mikey Way because I was going through the band members, and then when I made my online character, his name was Gerard because of you guessed it, uh fucking Party Poison himself. Those who know. But yeah, no, I love My Chemical Romance a lot, and I have so many other better stories linked to the other albums. Like I've got probably one. I'm probably gonna give my ramble to the second, my concert ramble to Three Cheers. Um, I'm trying to think what I'm giving my Black Parade ramble about, but I definitely know what my Danger Days ramble is gonna be. So stay tuned. But this is kind of a nothing video, kind of a something video, kind of a bit of both. Um, it's kind of just an excuse for me to soft launch slash hard launch my love for My Chemical Romance and my hope that people will be intrigued about my desire to talk about them more and more and more. Um, I might hold off on making another one of these record videos just because I don't want to like sour how I feel about them because I just enjoy talking about music a lot. So I don't want to like feel obligated to make another one of these or feel obligated to talk about a band. So I might talk about some random bullshit again soon. Don't do as well, or um, but I feel like it's not about other people at a certain point unless it starts to become about other people. But right now it's about me, and for me, I want to break it up. So this will be fun to upload, and I hope that it gets a cool reaction, uh, if any. But it was really fun talking about Pierce the Veil, so I would like to talk about My Chemical Romance more. Um, so yeah, I'm going to end this so I can go to the bathroom and then go visit my parents. Before my mum leaves town again. So thank you for listening. You've dedicated a half hour, if that. If you've dedicated half hour and half hour to me, then that's awesome. And that makes me feel cool. So, ooh, a text message. Probably a good time to close. So, yeah, I hope that you enjoyed. Oh, let me give it a rating. My Chemical Romances. I brought you my bullets. You brought me your love. I'm gonna give it's kind of biased because no, I'm gonna give it an 8. It's not above bullet what is it, Selfish Machines, purely because of the impact Selfish Machines had on me, and this was a lot later than Selfish Machines. So I love it. My love is matched, if not equal, to Selfish Machines, but Selfish Machines, if I gave that an 8.4, this cannot be above that, in my opinion. Not that I don't love it more. If anything, I love this album more than I love Selfish Machines. But based on how I set that, that's gonna be my bar. So I might amend this later, but doesn't matter. All right, so good night, sleep tight. The bed bugs, they be plotting against you, so make a perimeter, uh, with ample defense, because their bites are deadly and their bites are itchy. And that was stupid. All right, so I salute ye. Free Palestine. And fuck the war in Iran and Iraq, and it's all bullshit. Good night.